Hey Legionnaires, and welcome back. We're here with another 1212 AD battle for you today, and this is another historical one as we are at the Battle of La Forbie that has been recreated in today's battle, which is set in 1244 AD. I don't know really much about this battle, but I've had a quick look and stuff like that, and it's a battle where the Crusaders and some of the Ayyubids join and fight together, which is a really weird thing to think about. But yeah, some of the I guess you call the duchies or the emirs of the Ayyubid Empire, the ones including Homs, Damascus, and Kerak, all break away and basically rebel against the Ayyubid Sultanate. And they're today obviously being represented by the Mamluks, I believe, who are not the Mamluks, sorry, the Abbasids over here. So they're being represented by them, the rebels. And facing today, we have obviously the Ayyubid Sultanate. We have here, and they have some Krasmarian mercenaries, which are coming to help them. So that's going to be interesting. All this is historical, which is so bizarre. There are so many different factions and cultures in this battle. But yeah, so the King of Jerusalem, the Knights Templar, the Knights Hospitaller, the Teutonic Knights, the Order of St. Lazarus, and these rebels all fight against the Ayyubid Sultanate and the Krasmarian mercenaries that they hire. In history, this was seen as the 7th Crusade. I know, already at 7, 3 weren't enough, 4 wasn't enough, and then they decided 7. You know what, 7's enough. Yeah, the 7th Crusade, and it was a defeat for the Christian forces, and it ended any sort of influence that the holy orders or the Crusaders had in the Middle East, basically. So we'll go to normal speed anyway. And this one was created by a member of my Discord. They created this scenario. They're doing a lot of Crusader sort of scenarios at the moment, and this is a much more unknown battle that takes place. And yeah, they are playing as the Krasmarian Empire. But if you'd like to join for some of these 1212 AD scenarios, and you'd really or you just like to get involved in some 1212 AD battles, then feel free to join the Discord. The link is down below in the description. And if you don't want to join any battles or scenarios, we just want to carry on watching, and you haven't already, do remember to leave a like, subscribe if you're around here, and leave a comment to show your support, and definitely hit that notification bell so you know when the next historical battle or just 1212 battle is out. But anyway, now we've got all of that out of the way, we can now have a look at what the army's going to do. So it looks like we've got the Abbasids here, who seem to have a fair chunk of the cavalry, and they have horse archers as well, which is going to be very, very useful, even if it's just their general. They now have this new shock infantry as well, which has recently been added. This is light shock infantry, these tabardiers here. So I mean, they could be very handy. Abbasids before didn't have shock infantry, which was one of their limitations, and now they have it. I mean, it's still pretty limiting, and it's just light shock. So if you shoot this unit, it's going to die pretty quickly. Obviously, the Crusaders have a lot more heavily armored infantry. And knights. They have the Poulain Knights here. They've got Order Sergeants, Poulain Sergeants. They've got lots of various things here. Archers, maybe not the greatest. Maronite Archers are not that great. They have still got crossbows though. These guys should be pretty useful. Poulain crossbows. And then over here we obviously got the famous Templars still doing a bit, and the Hospitallers. So it'd be good to see these guys in action once again. So yeah, it looks like the battle is about to get placed. Looks like we can have one of the Jerusalem armies facing off against the Krasmarians. I'm definitely butchering that name, but I don't even care. I'm never going to get it right. Foot Ascari, a really, really good unit. They're very good. As you can see, their bow and melee infantry unit, really very useful. Their spears, okay. Junior Gulaman aren't the greatest. I mean, they probably will get overwhelmed by the more heavily armored knights. But their cav is really good. This Ascari is really heavy shock. Heavy shock cav. They got bow cav themselves. They seem to have a lot of cav, yeah. So I feel like that's what, the Muslim forces, as we'll call them, are have in their favor. The Christians certainly have probably the better infantry, but possibly less cav. Maybe not worse cav, just less. They've got these Nafttuns here to the Mamluks. The Mamluks also were there, to be fair. Everyone seemed to just be there. It was a ridiculous battle. Definitely go and give it a Google if you haven't already. The Battle of La Forbie will be in the title. So definitely go and give it a look. It certainly is a very interesting battle. It's the Foot of Skirmish. Start their skirmish off now with the Maronite Archers all the way over there. I mean, these guys are so much more heavily armored. They'll definitely win this fight. It's a shame that these guys don't fire as quickly as the Rise of Mordor. I mean, they kind of do. Maybe not. Maybe a few seconds slower, but they're still slower. You definitely can fire a bow quicker than that. Something like a longbowman for England. they certainly fire quicker than that. Fire off about 3 or 4 in a minute. But it just seems like just the skirmish phase is getting underway. I'm just keeping an eye out, just keeping an eye on cav, making sure no one's doing any cavalry charges. Seems like we've got a lot of cavalry over here. It does seem like I think nearly every single Muslim faction has 5 cav. I think the Christians have about 4. Oh no, the Ayyubids seem to have a lot. The Ayyubids, like the Ayyubid rebels, seem to have 2 units of horse archers and then another 4. Seems like just the Christians seem to have like maybe. I think yeah, the Christians have about 4 each, not including their general. So it kind of evens out. Looks like we're going to see the Christian forces come forward. Already the Maronite archers, as expected, just got routed. They have rallied since then. And everything is going off. I'll probably be doing a lot of slow-mo because I can imagine a lot is going to go on. It seems like the center is really rushing currently right now. Just keeping an eye on everything. It seems like, yeah, horse archers over there just doing weird circles. And here we go. It seems like we're going to see the first clash of infantry here. And it's going to be these spears. I mean, these spears are going to get destroyed, I would imagine, by these Order of St. Lazarus sergeants. They don't look like they don't look the greatest armored in the world. But here we go. These guys are going to go in first. The Order of St. Lazarus, which was made up of lepers, funnily enough. So these guys are all lepers. It would be horrifying to fight in battle. I mean, you've got no chance of catching it, but the enemy doesn't know that. That would be that's quite an amazing like move, to be fair. Sending your lepers into combat and into war anyway. But yeah, you've got Pulain Knights here. They're going to go in. I mean, they're actually going to. I don't know what they're doing. They're retreating. They're going to get charged now by the Krasmarine cavalry. That was probably a terrible move there by Jerusalem. He would have had a really good chance of winning that fight. Yeah, it's medium versus heavy. He had the advantage there. Shock infantry over here with Mamluk Tabardreer. They're doing a very good job against these St. Lazarus sergeants. As expected, Shock will do well. And that seems like the first clash of infantry really so far. Yeah, general's actually been trying to take out. Okay, so he's getting shot at. I don't know why this cavalry over here is just not charged. It's Sudanese archers, or maybe they have. They should have finished them off. But yeah, so it seems like most of the action right now is going on in the center. So we'll keep an eye on what's going on in the center for now. These Junior Gulam, I don't remember them being that great. I mean, when fighting the Krasmarine Empire in various campaigns. That's just a campaign. I mean, yeah, these spears are just terrible. They are not good. Looks like yeah, the first routing is actually by Jerusalem. Is Pulain's spears breaking, and we're gonna see these Order of St. Lazarus break as well. Why are these Pulain Knights haven't charged? Here we go, finally a charge, and it's a good charge into the flank of this cav. Yeah, really nice charge there, getting these guys to lose decisively. He's gonna need to send in more cavalry though. Oh yeah, here we go. This is the Ayyubid rebel cav coming over. This is coming over to charge and hit the the Ayyubids that are here, the loyalists as we'll call them. Yeah, this cavalry here is winning. I mean, it will beat this medium shock cav. It's just so much better. Over on this side, you can see that the Templars are going in. Not the Templars, Pulain Knights. I'm ashamed they haven't got any mounted Templars. A lot of breaking going on here, though. Knights of St. Lazarus, they're losing in combat, apparently, or they were, to Jarida cavalry. Don't know why they haven't just charged this front line. I mean, it is spears, but actually, no, they're in shield wall. I wouldn't charge that. I wouldn't charge that at all. Don't listen to me. Hospitaller Knights going in. A lot of like stacking of cav here, not really making any headway. I mean, they are just charging the Mamluk Tabardreer. These guys are getting reduced like, so quickly. Go back to slow-mo for a moment just to kind of get an overview of what's going on. So over on this side, the Ayyubid cavalry really pinned down here for both sides. I'm just going to call them the Abbasids. But you know what I mean, the Ayyubid rebels. The Abbasid cavalry here really pinned down, losing already. And like wavering at 63 men. And these guys are, I mean, they're getting surrounded actually here by Tabardreer. That's really, really nasty there by the Ayyubids. And then, yeah, again here, kind of getting pinned down 2v1 currently. And they need to get their forces up, like, get this light shock into combat, help your cavalry fights out. Here, again, I don't know if, like, I don't think the Christian forces have any shock infantry to really help support their cav. But, yeah, I mean, these spears should do the job, or certainly help do the job. Both cavalry forces losing here. It seems like, yeah, these Pulain sergeants actually getting beaten by the spears. I'm kind of surprised by. And along this whole, like, line here, it seems like the Crusaders are losing. They are winning over here. They're doing a lot of good damage here to this Tabardreer, and they might be able to get a gap through. I mean, they've got plenty more cav back here as well. Actually, they do have Mounted Templar Knights. Excellent. I can't wait to see these guys in action. They're kind of just watching the flank. They are actually outnumbered as well by other cav. So yeah, at the moment, it's looking a little bit dicey. I mean, they could go for a general here. There's a general right here they could go for. Why he's not been taken out, I do not know. But here we go. It looks like we've got, is this a bow cav going in? He's going to try and take on this general here. So we've got general v general. And yeah, the Sultan bodyguard here for the Ubers is losing that fight. Hopefully, they can get support in there, the Abbasids, and they can maybe turn that fight around. They can do a really good amount of damage here. That's looking very, very nice there. Have they got any support themselves? No, not really. I mean, the Krasmarine General looked like he was going to go over. I mean, he's got some spare cav. Yeah, it looks like they look at this. They're not going to turn this around. Probably just destroy this poor Abbasid General. I mean, I've focused this general down now if he's just going to stand there. I mean, also probably want to charge this Tabaderia with the weakened cav. They're bringing over some more of their own cav as well. They are finally nearly breaking through this junior Gularman, but it's taken a lot longer than I thought. I don't remember them being that great. I thought they were got outmatched by average sergeants. And we got the Ascari, the first Ascari in combat now. They're doing a good amount of damage. Allies general is dead, so there you go. So they did actually get that Ayuba general, though it looks like they are going to trade and get the Abbasid one as well. Yep, there you go. The Abbasid general has just died, and he's just routed. As has a load of his Ghazi in there, and his cab's now going to break. A lot of stuff now breaking, though, as you can see. This is certainly in favor of the Ayubids to have his general broke. But both these sides are nearly going to break each other. And though the cavalry here for the Ayubids is still very healthy, that is a good sign. Over here, they've got some of their own oh, these are Gulam foot guards as well, so this is a really good unit, so they could be very useful. I mean, it's maybe a tad late. Yeah, you can see here in the sense as well. Look at this, Crusader's breaking. And actually, yeah, I didn't even realize their general was about to go as well. How is he not dead? He's just charging into all the Nafatoons here. And finally, this right-hand side is also starting to attack. Spears versus Spears. We've got lots of Templar Sergeants going in here against Nubian Spears. Now, I would imagine both these sides to, I would imagine that the Templars would win this fight, but I don't know whether they will, just because of other stuff going on now. They may not get a fight to fight on their own. I do like the Templar Sergeants, though. They look very nice. And as you can see, the center's been won by the Krasmarine Empire, pretty easily. His infantry line just held really nicely. And he's able to help take out that Abbasid general as well. The Abbasids, yeah, all but gone. They got some Gulam foot guards over here, which unfortunately are going to get taken out, which is a real shame because these guys are really, really nasty. And as you can see, the Krasmarine just helping to mop up the remains of the archers back here. And already, as you can see, this battle is pretty much over. As you can see, the Christian forces are going to go on and get mopped up here, even though they're trying to set up some sort of a defensive formation. They got this Hospitallers ready in their formations. They're going to charge on in here. Hospitaller sergeants. And their all black uniform look really nice. These dismounted Templars is getting focused down. Hospitaller Knights as well, they're going in. I mean, they're going to waver, I'm sure. And here we go, more cavalry coming in, and they can just go through here for this general. This general's all that's the linchpin of what's left. But he's going to get a decent charge off here, I can imagine. It's heavy versus heavy, though, and yeah, just because of numbers, he's losing this fight. He's also getting focused down now by Sudanese archers. Does not help. Cavalry on this side as well is getting outmatched. I'm kind of surprised. I would have thought the Templars would have been better, but maybe not. I mean, if you look at the difference in cavalry, they the horses and the cavalry is so well armored compared to the Crusaders. So I guess that maybe has something to do with it. I don't know. The Templars doing their bit, slashing away. And I think the general's broken. Yes, so that's just going to be curtains for the rest of the army. The infantry line, the spears are all broken. The cavalry is starting to go as well. It also doesn't help the shock infantry here, so that probably helped that combat. This one's very well even, very much even, so that's probably doesn't help. Well, that's be the reason why then. Just this shock infantry here. Tabaderia doing a very good job. And as you can see, yeah, most of these troops now breaking. The Hospitallers though holding on. They somehow got to clutch up with 300 against 4,000. And there you go. A rear charge from the cavalry there. That'll probably seem off the general as well. Going in. So there you go. The Battle of Forbie is going to follow history again, and it's going to be a Crusader defeat. The Crusaders will be kicked out of the Holy Land once and for all. And the rebellious Ayyubids will be punished and probably executed. And there you go. That is the Battle of Forbie. A decisive victory in the end for the Krasmarine Empire and their Ayyubid allies, which is probably the case, to be honest. Was a pretty decisive one. It was just unfortunate because, well, yeah, just was kind of really unfortunate. I don't know really what they did wrong. I was surprised that the Crusader infantry did so poorly. Certainly, I felt like there was a few chances that the Crusaders could have maybe used some cavalry charges, gone for infantry. They certainly didn't help with the cavalry. They're outnumbered in cav. That was always going to be an issue. It always is kind of an issue when it comes to scenarios, because some nations have more cav than others at battles. But yeah, so that probably didn't help, and also these Naphatoons probably helped quite a bit. We'll quickly go over some of the kills. Sachex is the one that sent this in, so thank you to him. He often organizes these historical scenarios. He's a really, really good job. 270 kills with his cavalry here, did a very nice job. 101 with the Junior Gulaman, which I'm kind of surprised. These guys I thought sucked, but they actually did quite well. As did his Spears, 170 kills. His Foot Askari getting 119 kills. His Askari Cav getting 196 kills, did really well. And his Naphatoons getting 72. Then we have Vango playing as the Ayyubid Sultan. He did lose his general, and it did mean that most of his army routed, but some of it did hold. And this was probably the closest fight was between Vango and I think it was the Abbasids on the other side. Did a really good, close fight. The rest was kind of a bit one-sided. But yeah, 309 kills as Mamluk Tabdari. That's insanely good. And then his dismounted Askari Nobles getting 165 kills. His Tawashi, I don't know how you say that. His heavy cav basically got 233 kills. And then we got Sir Andrew William, who's playing as the Mamluks. Saw the least amount of action. Just him and his opponents seemed to be just standing off each other for quite a long time. But when he was required, did the job. His Tabadari did a good job here, 157 kills with his general unit. His Spears just held the line. I'm kind of surprised these Nubians did do so well, but I guess they're only facing up the Spears. His Sudanese Archers 152 kills really well, and his Naphatoons getting 139, so that's pretty damn nice. And then you got Johnny, who was playing as one of the Jerusalem armies. He had most the Order of St. Lazarus, so I think he was charging down the center. His Cav did okay, getting 103 kills, but yeah, and 141 for this dismounted Knight of St. Lazarus. But nothing else did remarkably well. I think I don't know. Maybe he could have just charged. There's chances he could probably just charge the infantry line, with his cavalry. He had a lot of swords in the center. Did Sachex? He didn't have that many spears, so he was very much prone to charging if he could do it. Then we got Escanor here playing as the Abbasids. Like I said, he had probably the closest fight with Vango, though it doesn't really show in kills. It's both of them killed their general, so it could have been either one of them could have chain routed. But yeah, he didn't really get many kills at all. Nothing that really got over 100. 81 for his really heavy foot archers, horse archers here. Yeah, his Gulam foot guards did not get many kills. His guards, he got 91 kills. Surprising since they're a light sword. It's a shame to see. And then we've got Lord Levin here playing as the final Kingdom of Jerusalem. So he was the one that went in last. Got 97 kills with his Hospitaller Knights. And then his King's Bodyguard got 70 kills. Yeah, nothing amazing, but they did okay. But there you go. That is the Battle of Forbie. I hope you guys enjoyed. It was certainly an interesting one to watch, and the Crusaders got utterly battered, which is always a shame to see as a Pope myself. But we will be back. We will send another crusade for sure. And until next time, I will see you guys later. Bye for now.